on the offender population.
Thank you. And I know the two of you, so you don't have to say anything. Thank you for introducing yourself. And I actually have a few slides. I'm going to sit back down just a second. Is that all right, Pam?
Sure.
I just wanted to put this up here. It goes here. If I can do this right. It's been ages since I've run PowerPoint. You know that? This is the first PowerPoint presentation I've made in 16 months. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So if it's bad, I don't care. All right? I'm Jim Morrow. Who am I and why am I here and all that kind of stuff? I don't really know. Pam invited me a few months ago, and I said, "Oh, come on, Pam. I'm retired. I don't need to do this stuff." She said, "Oh no, come on over here." She enticed me with a free lunch. So with a free lunch.
Regents, Professor Emeritus.
So it was actually fun thinking about that. I actually retired from North Texas formally last May. Right? I went modified service 2 years before that, so I was half-time from there. So basically for almost 3 years now I've had limited connections through the college. I was a faculty member in KHPR, Kinesiology, Health Promotion, Recreation, for 24 years. I came as department chair. I had Pam's job for a year, right, as an interim associate dean. The year before Jerry Thomas came, that's when I had that job. Prior to that, I spent 17 years at the University of Houston, which means I was a professor for 40 years. Wow, that's impossible to even think about. All right, so that's who I am, 40 years. I retired at the last May. I'm real big on this idea about mentoring doctoral students. Now, you might say, gee, in KHPR, you didn't even do that. We did not. When I was in KHPR, we didn't have any doctoral students. We now have collaborative programs. You excuse my cough. I'm not contagious. I just can't get rid of the cough. We now have collaborative programs with educational psychology and with biology, doctoral programs. But while I was here, we had no doctoral programs per se. When I was at U of H, we did have doctoral programs there. But regardless of whether it's a doctoral program or an undergraduate student, I'm real big on this idea of mentoring. I think I was wonderfully mentored as an undergraduate student, as a master's student, and as a doctoral student. Wonderfully mentored, and I think that's something that I needed to carry forward to other people because my advisors brought that forward to me. I could call my undergraduate advisor today. She's still alive. I could call her today. She'd recognize my voice. And she'd say, "Maura, what are you doing now?" Right? And it's just, she has a place in my heart, right? And I think about her often. I talk to my doctoral mentor monthly. I graduated 41 years ago now. I talk to him monthly. I just spent 3 days with him in Boston, talking about research projects and projects that we do together. He's at the University of Colorado. Some people would look at your CV, and that's what you're here for, I understand that, right? You want to say, how do I build my CV, and how do I get to be a tenured professor, and how do I engage with students and make them have successful careers, so that just like Morrow goes back and visits with his doctoral advisor on a regular basis, how can I get my students to do the same? I think that's what mentoring is all about. So my challenge will be to you to pay it forward. If you've not seen the movie Pay It Forward with Helen Hunt and Kevin Spacey, if you haven't seen it, see the movie. If you don't cry, you have a heart of stone. Right? It's a wonderful movie. It is, and you can't see that movie without choking up. So I think kids come here to learn. Kids, graduate students, undergraduates, they come here to learn. They don't come on a school bus per se, but they come here to learn, and how can we help them learn? That's what we'll talk about. This word mentor, actually he was a guy, all right? Mentor was the son of Alchemist of Ithaca. He was an elderly friend of Odysseus, and when Odysseus went off to fight the Peloponnesian Wars, he left his son Telemachus in the charge of this guy named Mentor. Right? So Mentor basically is what? Is a counselor, a guide, a teacher, a tutor, a guru, an advisor. I know my mentors were that, and they continue to be that. And how did they get me to be somewhat successful as a faculty member? Right? It's because of the interactions and the associations I had with them as an undergraduate student, as a graduate student. If we don't model the code of ethics in the midst of a busy day, we can't expect our students to embrace it. We cannot teach professionalism and expect students to ignore our own unprofessional conduct. Forego even the appearance of impropriety. The concept being, don't do something that's going to get you in trouble. All right? When I was in Pam's role, sorry this is on video. When I was in Pam's role, one thing that always frustrated me was I had my own issues I got involved with, but there were 104 faculty members. They came in with all these issues, and I had to help them through their issues. I get myself in trouble enough. Try not to get yourself in trouble. Pay it forward. Faculty members need to get involved with students and colleagues. It's not just, don't be that lone wolf out there. Students get involved with faculty members in professional associations. Take students to professional meetings. My undergraduate advisor took me to my first national professional meeting in 1968. I still have the program. I'm a pack rat. I still have the program from that meeting. I know who the people who went with us to those meetings. It was so wonderful. I know what hotel we stayed in. I know some meetings that I went to in 1968 because of my advisor took me along someplace. She didn't just say, yes, Marl, take these classes and here you go. She took us places and she made us professionals. She taught us. Teaching, it's an important thing. Mentoring is all about teaching, all right? But you have to be a little bit careful. You can look at teaching, and if you do this, teaching and cheating, they're the same thing. But it's basically how do you arrange things for your students? How do you arrange them so that you are a better teacher for them, a better mentor for them? And I would like to think that my students, some of whom completed master's degrees, then went on to doctoral degrees at other institutions and so forth, did wonderful jobs because of the mentoring that I helped them do. They're my collaborators. If I take a look at the publications, presentations, abstracts, and projects, I counted this up in my CV. Over 300 different collaborators have I engaged with, students and faculty members. One of the things I liked when I was department chair, I think, this may not be true, I think I published with every faculty member in our department. Right? I tried to guide them to say, hey, here's what you need to do, and I'll help you get there. Right? So engage with each other. Don't just try to be the lone wolf out there. Develop a strong committee, not a weak committee. Sometimes students want you to be on your committee so you'll be a signer ahead of others, not just a signer. Right? You got a content expert, a methodologist. Is the Center for Interdisciplinary Research and Analysis, does that still exist in the college? CIRA?
Yes.
Okay. I directed that for a couple of years as well. And oftentimes students would come to us and expect us to do their dissertation research for them, or sorry, their dissertation analysis for them. Not a good idea. You're supposed to be the expert in this student. You have to defend them. I'm not going to your defense for you. Encourage students to not choose a signer and get somebody on their committee who will help them learn and take coursework. You know, people come in and want to do multivariate analysis or literal analysis, and they took the 2 required statistics courses. How do you do that? You can't. Guide them, teach them to take the appropriate coursework. I'll prepare for the proposal, conduct the work. It's a roadmap. Do this map. It's easy to do. Prepare for the defense. Only once in my career did I go to a defense where the student wasn't ready. I wasn't their chair, but the advisor said it's time to go. The young lady did not successfully complete the defense that day. She did not for another year and a half. She was a wonderful student, but he just took her to defense before she was ready to do that. So plan ahead so that student has good leadership. So I would suggest that paying it forward is engaging with students, getting involved with them, getting involved with your colleagues, so that you're not a lone wolf, you're out there gathering all this information together, and suddenly your CV will look like that. It's just all over the place. You've got all these connections that you have across the years. All right, and the last thing I had was plan ahead. What's their goal? Are they looking for an EDD or a PhD? Our daughter, who, I don't think she'll get a class from you, she got a master's degree. She has, a master's degree from North Texas. Had a lot of courses from Mike Saylor. And she has recently been accepted to a few doctoral programs around this area. So, Allison, why do you want to do that? Well, what's your career goal? It's different if it's an EDD or a PhD. She's currently teaching at Colin College. But what are the goals that they have in mind? Try to identify their early interest. The earlier you can get them on those interests, take the coursework that's associated with that. And I think there's nothing wrong with taking the same course in different programs. So you take multiple regression at psych, and you take multiple regression in mathematics, and you take multiple regression in biology. They're different variables, but you get to do the same kind of thing, and you become an expert in that, and that's the methodology that you might use. And in every one of those courses, I think you can turn in the same project. I don't have a problem with people turning in the same project, because you get different input on that project, and that project grows. Get them engaged in professional activities, go to meetings with them. Students like to go to meetings with them. They like to meet people like Randy Bomer, or whoever the author of their textbook was. Take them to those meetings. And the dissertation piece, it is difficult. Right? Get them planning ahead, thinking about IRB, get a proposal together, work on it together, make sure that they realize they're in this with you. It's not they're out there on their own, and you can help them move that process forward as a mentor, somebody that they can rely on for the rest of their life. My doctoral advisor is a wise man, a wise man. There's not a month goes by to this day I don't call that guy and say, hey, Moo, I need to ask you about this. He's been the chair, he's been the dean, he's been